You're listening to the audio production of When Leaders Are Lost, Moving Beyond Disappointment, Failure, and Hurt to Redefine Success by Dr. Glenn Williams, published by J.P. Gemlar Publishing and read by the author.
Dedicated to Natalie, Ben, and Chloe, and in memory of Ryan. Introduction. The gap between what leadership is and how it is experienced. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. You had a dream, a crazy goal, an idea that would make money, a product everyone would clamour to buy, or a career path to set you on a trajectory filled with opportunities, influence, power, financial security, and fulfillment. You thought that apart from a few minor bumps, it would be smooth sailing and success would come quickly. Then you discover the overnight successes likely took 5, 10, 15 years of hard work and hard knocks. Things unravel as you encounter initial minor setbacks that become more frequent. Partners you thought you could trust let you down. Memorandums of understanding and non-disclosure agreements are ignored. Lawsuits are threatened, settled, won, or lost as trust, friendship, and once strong partnership bonds disintegrate. The company you're leading, the business you founded, is a shadow of what it once was. The dream of growth and success that looked on track only a few days earlier has become a nightmare. Lost sleep, anxiety, stress, conflict, and an uncertain future are now part of your leadership experience. But you're not entirely naive. You knew that there'd be challenges. It's part of the territory, right? But no one told you that it was going to be quite like this. And here's the unvarnished truth. While there are many factors that influence the failure rates of startup businesses, it's generally accepted that 20 to 25% fail within the first year, just over 40% in the third year, about 50% within the first 5 years, and 70% fail within the first 10 years. For many different reasons, people transition from one position to another multiple times during their career. Skills, passions, experience, and interests change. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics in 2019, the average number of jobs held by a person between the age of 18 to 52 is 12. Rates of leadership burnout do not appear to be slowing down. In a survey of 1,500 respondents in 46 countries in various sectors, roles, and seniority levels in 2020, 89% of respondents indicated their work life was getting worse. Out of the 67% of respondents who worked at or above a supervisor level, 85% said their well-being had declined, and 62% who were struggling had experienced burnout often or extremely often in the previous 3 months. Surviving setbacks. The fallout is real. Some setbacks are relatively easy to recover from, while others significantly affect our well-being as leaders, impacting our closest relationships in and outside work. We must never forget the flow-on effect from what happens to us, including how we respond to what occurs. And after the initial fallout, how do we move on? Why do some move on with seeming ease, while for others it becomes a burden that never goes away? How do you prepare yourself to experience setbacks in business or as a leader responsible for significant outcomes? How do you mitigate the emotional and physical toll and trust that the future can be bright and your dreams re-engineered to achieve outcomes beyond your initial dreams? How do we ensure our visceral reactions to events don't set us back further? How do we see to it these setbacks and our responses are only a detour, not a hard stop? These are challenging questions and vitally important when considering how our working life and goals are linked to how we value ourselves and others. Our identity and sense of value often hang tenuously in the balance by the thread of success or failure. The age of longevity. So much has been written about the great resignation, quiet quitting, quiet firing, and quiet hiring brought about by the coronavirus pandemic. These newly coined terms describe reactive behaviours that emerged in workplaces worldwide. As a result, companies had to redesign how they did business to accommodate changing priorities in people's lives. It's not that work was suddenly unimportant, but there was a global cry for a reprioritization where our jobs weren't all-encompassing. That in turn raises challenges in relation to how our work, productivity, and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?